So huge cabin home.
In C. Yeah,
In
get it.
C. Oops.
Welcome to this special edition of Bluegrass Brooklyn podcast. I'm Mike Wilner.
And I'm Liz Wolfe.
And we've got big news. This year, we have been named podcast in residence at the illustrious Grey Fox Bluegrass Festival.
My favorite festival of the year.
Yeah, amazing. It's the major festival here in the Northeast. If you don't know about it, you should. We're going to tell you a little bit about it here. We're so excited, honored, and really looking forward to being part of the Grey Fox story. Liz, so now I have to ask, what does a podcast in residence do exactly?
Well, one of the things we want to make sure everybody knows is we want to hear what your story is. We're doing Grey Fox Stories. We're going to have a table that you can come and visit us, and we're going to have some recording equipment there. And again, we want to hear what your Grey Fox story is. Of course, we're going to be interviewing artists. We already started that process. We're talking to the wonderful artists that come to Grey Fox. That's one of the best things about the festival. They have a tremendous lineup.
You forgot to mention something very important, the swag. We will have swag at the table.
Oh, that's right. You know how big I am into swag. I'm super into swag. And so we are going to be taking it all in and then reporting afterwards as well.
And also, we will be hosting a couple of jams, which is going to be fun. We were asked, what jams do you really want to host? So we went a little wild.
We picked 3 different jams.
Mm-hmm.
The Women's Voices Jam, which again, those of you who've come to Jam Jersey know, it's a jam centered on women's voices and players. Then we have a Singing Circle Jam, which is where more of the focus is on singing,
Right.
less on instruments and the picking. And of course, your favorite, Mike.
Yep. Yeah, we're going to do an outlaw jam. If you've got a murder ballad, a crime and sin lament, a prison song, come and sing it. You know, we're really excited about this. It's going to be a tremendous amount of fun, but probably the most interesting part is going to be the Tell Your Grey Fox Story initiative we'll be conducting. We know that Grey Fox has been around for over 40 years. And we know people who have been at every Grey Fox since birth. And we want to collect those stories, but we're going to start collecting Grey Fox stories right here and now. So Liz, you've got a great Grey Fox story. Let's hear it.
I do. When I first started playing bluegrass music, I only was a singer. I didn't play any stringed instruments. And I, of course, had always wanted to play a guitar since like teen years, but never did. And one of the biggest inhibitors to me playing the guitar was kind of hurt your fingers. You know, until you get calluses, it hurts. And I just was uncomfortable. I kept hearing about this Grey Fox Festival from the jams that I was going to at the time. And then I learned that there was camping involved. My husband, who likes bluegrass moderately well, best part is he really likes camping. So I said, yeah, we're going to go. And by the way, we can camp with the kids. So we brought our kids. We went up the first year. And this was just the most incredible experience to be able to go to all these different stages, all the people that you meet and everything. So there I was at the late night headliner show, which was at 11 o'clock at night. Because it was late at night, I was sitting very close to the stage and I was watching the band, the Appalachian Roadshow. And if you're not familiar with that band, it's a super awesome band. And the banjo player is Barry Abernathy. And as I was watching him play, I was confused because he kept taking his left hand and he was holding it over the neck rather than under the neck. They have the Jumbotron, and I looked and I looked and I finally realized he was born without fingers.
Wow.
So he was playing the banjo with no fingers. And I was complaining about a little bit of pain in my fingers. And I had one of those epiphany moments where I said, Liz, you have fingers. Like,
Yeah.
you can play the guitar. Now I'm a full-on guitar playing bluegrass. What's the right word? Full-on playing bluegrass.
Icon.
icon, right? So, just how those epiphany moments can change your whole life. Here I am, co-host of the Bluegrass Brooklyn podcast. And of course, running all the jams and bluegrassjamsnearme.com.
Okay, I have a question for you, though. You've been going to Grey Fox how long?
So I believe that was 2012.
So over 10 years, closer to 15 years.
15, I think this is our 14th or 15th year, yeah.
All right, so I am going for my very first time this year. So what advice do you have for the Grey Fox newbie?
Bring rubber boots. And I'm not kidding. Bring rubber boots. It's bound to rain at least once. It always does. I've never been to a Grey Fox where it didn't rain. It can be hot. It is the middle of summer after all. And the years that it rains a little more than less, I was very sorry that I didn't have rubber boots. So now they're just part of our camping gear. The other thing that I would say is there's a program, show you what is going to be playing, and there's a lot. So you can have the case of FOMO because you're thinking, oh, so-and-so is going to be playing down here, but I really wanted to see this. And then what happens is you'll be passing by someplace and with your fiddle and you'll see some people jamming and then you'll start jamming and then you'll be like, oh, I've missed the other show that I wanted to go to. So one kind of cool thing is most of the bands play twice. And so the bigger names will play twice in two different stages. You really got to think about how important it is to you to do any one particular thing. Some years I've gone, all I've done is watch shows. Some years I've gone, I feel like all I did was jam. There's the relaxed Grey Fox where you're at your campsite and hanging out with friends. There's the, I'm going to roam to the biggest parts of the festival grounds and meet people I don't know. So my advice is to be flexible about what you think you're going to get done when you're there.
Great advice for the Grey Fox newbie. I know my downfall is I'm always going from point A to point B, and I hear the thump of the bass, and the next thing I know, I'm standing around a jam circle, and I do more playing than watch bands, but that's just the way it goes. Another question, Liz. You've been around Grey Fox for a while. Have you ever recorded anything or captured anything you think the listeners might like to hear?
Yeah, listen to this.
Are we doing the cup song?
But we're doing it to Liza Jane. So we'll see. Please sing along. I've probably only done 2 verses, but I just always wanted to try this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it in G.
So she's actually doing the cup song in a jam to the tune of Little Liza Jane. All right. So, Liz, why don't we fill in the listeners on the particulars of this year's Grey Fox?
So this year, Grey Fox is from July 15th through the 19th. The festival itself, the music starts on Thursday, the 16th, but they allow campers to come in and begin to set up on Wednesday. And that's actually a very fun day because you're arriving and there's lots of jamming and they do have an open mic and different things happening. Typically would be then the 3rd weekend of July. You can count on that. And it's held in Oak Hill, New York.
Right.
It's a couple hours out of the city. It's a beautiful farm. The Walsh Farm is where it's located.
I'm thrilled to be there for the first time and also for us to be the podcast in residence. Another very exciting thing. Before we go, what are you looking forward to most about this year, besides being podcast in residence?
Reconnecting with the people that I see once a year, but I feel like are my good friends, and meeting new people and having new adventures. The late night jamming, of course, that's where you'll find me.
Of course.
And it's just an incredible immersion of beautiful people sharing a very good time.
Okay, Liz, I'm really looking forward to getting up to Grey Fox. I'm looking forward to all of the artists we get to talk to and bring to our listeners before Grey Fox, to hear all those Grey Fox stories. And most of all, we look forward to seeing you all around the Jam Circle at Grey Fox.
1, 2, 3. Oh, my heart.